quick revision video on recrystallisation. So just a very quick run through the essentials. It's a method of purification for solids. It requires the use of a solvent that dissolves the solid when hot, but not when cold. And it involves the use of reduced pressure filtration using Buchner apparatus. So the way I'll do it is I'll just talk through this series of pictures, explaining things as I go, and hopefully that will help you to remember what's needed. Okay, so starting top left, we've got an impure solid. So the first thing we do is we dissolve that in a minimum volume of hot solvent, and it's important to use a minimum amount of solvent because that generates what's called a saturated solution. So the solvent's kind of dissolved the maximum amount of solute it can hold. When you cool that back down later on in the process, that's going to help crystal formation. So dissolving your impure solid would generate the dissolved solid. Some soluble impurities might be in there, and insoluble impurities, if they're there, would sink to the bottom. So while that's still hot, we carry out a hot filtration. Obviously, if it cools down, your solid will start to crystallize out. So while it's still hot, we carry out a hot filtration using the Buchner apparatus, reduced pressure filtration, and the filter paper would trap any insoluble impurities. The filtrate, so that's the liquid that runs through, will contain the dissolved solid and soluble impurities. So we'll then put that filtrate in an ice bath, and that's going to generate the crystals of the solid that you want. Remember, they're in saturated solution, so they'll crystallize out quite easily when they cool down. The solvent and obviously any soluble impurities, they're going to stay in solution, and that's because they're not saturated. So there's only a tiny amount of those in that solvent. So to separate the solid from the liquid there, we do another filtration. So we've got the crystals of solid would sit on top of that filter paper there, and obviously the solvent and soluble impurities would run through. It's a good idea at that point to wash your crystals with cold solvent this time, not hot, otherwise it would dissolve it. And then all you need to do is leave it somewhere to dry.